Hey, it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. If you have not, sub to the YouTube channel, Marquelworld. If you are on TikTok, follow TikTok, Marquelworld. Let's get on to it. We love to gossip here at least 3 times a week. Let's talk about it. Naomi, Trinity Fatu, you are going to Impact Wrestling. That is the huge gossip of tonight. It is AEW tonight, but we are all talking about Impact Wrestling because that would be a huge signing for Impact Wrestling. Impact Wrestling hasn't had a huge signing like this in a while for the females division. You know, the Iconics joining, the inspiration, the Iconics joining was, major for Impact Wrestling because it was a former WWE that, stars that were popular, but Trinity Fatu, she's huge in WWE and she's been there for a long time. So they are stating, the wrestling blog sites and everybody that's a journalist, they're stating that she's going to make her debut Friday with Impact Wrestling in Chicago. And it's not a one-off appearance. She is going to have a deal. I think if it's a deal, maybe a year, maybe 6 months. I don't see her signing for 2 or 3 years. I don't see it being a lengthy deal. I feel like it may be just like a 6 month or a year so she can get her feet wet, so she can show herself back in the wrestling industry, show that she still has it. That can open her potentials for her to return back to WWE. I'm sure she doesn't have to do all this to go back to WWE. She may just not want to go back because I'm sure Jay, her brother-in-law, her husband, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns, what is that, her cousin-in-law? I'm sure that they could get her back in WWE, but this is going to be huge for Naomi and the women's division. I'm hoping it's true. I'm glad that she's going to get some of the spotlight, and that is good for her because she goes back to WWE. She's going to get lost in the sauce. She's not going to get pushed. She may get punished, but she's definitely not going to get a huge push if she went back to WWE. So I feel like her going to Impact Wrestling is about right because she's going to get a lot of the spotlight. She's going to get a major push. And, sometimes with wrestling, it's not about the platform. It's not about, the viewerships. It's not about any of that. The money is probably not a problem for her. She has a husband that's part of the bloodline. So he's getting his check. She was getting a lot of money from WWE. I'm assuming she made her checks. Sure, she has money in her savings account. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this. This would be huge. Let's gossip. Is she going to win a belt? I feel like she's going to win a belt. Why ring her if she's not going to win a belt? This is her moment to shine. Who do you want her to face? Her and Taylor Wilde would be a good match. Her and Taylor Wilde would be a good 15-minute match. Her and Rosemary would be a good match. Her and, I said Taylor Wilde. Deanna, of course, Deanna. Her and Deanna would be huge. That would be a good match. The women's division, they have a good women's division. They have Havoc. They have Killer Kelly. They have a lot of women. I'm forgetting some of the women. Jordan Grace. I just don't see, the reason I'm not naming everybody because I don't see Naomi beating Jordan Grace. I'm not saying Naomi can't, but I'm just saying like she's a powerhouse and Naomi's more fast paced. So I don't see, that could be a good match of powerhouse versus a fast-paced person because Naomi, she's a powerhouse. She's not a powerhouse. She's more fast-paced, but she's more... Still, I have never seen a powerhouse that was, I guess I'll just say it, I never saw a thick powerhouse. That's basically what she is at this rate. She's a powerhouse, but she's still thick. So it's kind of like, oh, she still got a little bit of strength too, though. She can slam people. She has some muscles on her. She has some knees on her. She has some thighs on her, but she can still jump, be fast. So that could be a good match. If this is true, I'm looking forward to it. Naomi, Trinity Fatu, I already watch Impact as it is, so I don't have to download nothing. I watch it on Sling on Access, so I just record it. So I keep up with it on a weekly basis? No. I try to watch at least twice a month. So I record all the episodes, and then maybe once a month I'll just watch them all in one sitting. just to be caught up. But there's times where I don't do that one sitting where I might be outdated because I haven't done the sitting in a month or so. But I try to keep up with Impact. Good roster, Chris Bay, one of the best wrestlers there in the world, talented. So I like Impact Wrestling. Good luck to you, Trinity Fatu, if it's true. This is Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. If you have not, sub to the channel, Marquelworld, follow on TikTok. And do you guys want to see her in Impact Wrestling? Who do you guys think her first opponent is going to be? Do you think she's going to win gold? Comment if you like. Make sure you sub and follow. See you guys in the next video.